Welcome to this quick presentation on qvWise. Today we're going to have a look at what qvWise is, how we connect to ConnectWise, how we filter the data and bookmark the data, and then how we can change the date range and compare results. Depending on your role in the business, you might be more interested in operational dashboards, which are used to keep track of what's going on, whereas scorecards are more for measuring progress against targets. Analytical dashboards are generally used by people who are identifying what's going on when something's occurred. If you've ever read the book, The E-Myth, it's very similar. You've got the entrepreneur, the technician, and the accountant. The entrepreneur lives in the future. The technician or the service manager lives in the now, and the accountant tends to live in the past. We need to connect to ConnectWise in order to get our data. And once we've got that, we've got a local in-memory data cache of your ConnectWise data. So we're going to connect to ConnectWise, and we're doing an on-premise connection now. So let's select our ConnectWise server. In this case, we're using the Windows authentication, and we're going to select the database name. We test our connection. We save it. Now let's perform a reload. We can either do it from the quick toolbar. Reload should only take a few seconds. It can take up to a minute depending on how much data you've got, the connection to your SQL server, etc. In this case, 25 seconds it took. Okay, we've got some data, so we can either have a look at the head-up display or the service dashboard. Before we do that, let's have a look at some of the fundamental basics on how to use qvWise. Now, we can make some selections. We can search for items. In this case, I'm selecting a systems integration board. However, I can use the back arrow. I can make multiple selections. I can use the backwards arrow to go to my previous selections, or the forward arrow to go to another selection. Now here we see all boards have 1,212 tickets. We select another board and we can see what's on that board. The interesting thing is that we've got 3 different charts or tiles with different information. That's because we can pre-select the data that needs to be selected or displayed. Now, with the dates, what happens is that you need to select the ending date. So in this case, we're going to pick Friday the 13th. If we select a week, it starts on the Monday. A month starts at the beginning of the month. So what we're selecting is the end date, and then the report length is a day, week, month, or quarter. Now, once we've got the data, we can view it in a different manner. So who's entered the data, type of ticket. We've got 4 columns here.